Happy Easter. He is risen indeed. Today, as we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus from a distance, I thought it would be interesting to look at a passage describing the resurrection that has always had a line that has puzzled me. This is the story in John 20 with Mary Magdalene, in which Jesus tells her basically not to touch him. It's always been weird, I thought, but today, given the circumstances, it might be exactly what we need to hear. So I'm going to read a little bit here from John 20, beginning at verse 11. But Mary stood weeping outside the tomb. As she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb, and she saw two angels in white sitting where the body of Jesus had been lying, one at the head and the other at the feet. They said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She said to them, "They have taken away my Lord, and I do not know where they have laid him." When she had said this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not know that it was Jesus. Jesus said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you looking for?" Supposing him to be the gardener, she said to him, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have laid him, and I will take him away." Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned and said to him in Hebrew, "Rabboni," which means teacher. Jesus said to her, "Do not hold on to me, because I have not yet ascended to the Father. But go to my brothers and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary Magdalene went and announced to the disciples, "I have seen the Lord." And she told them that he had said these things to her. It has always puzzled me. Don't hold on to me. Some passages translate it, or some versions translate it, don't cling to me. Now, obviously, there's always scholarly debate about what that might mean. One of the interpretations is that Jesus knows that he will only be with the disciples for a short time, that he will be sending the Spirit to them very soon. And so maybe he's saying, don't hold on to me because don't get used to this. I'm not going to be here very long. Another possible interpretation is that it's this idea of already but not yet, that Jesus has conquered all of our enemies. He has conquered death. He has conquered sin. He has conquered our brokenness, but we are still living in the midst of that brokenness and that death. So we know that the victory is already won, but we have not yet joined him in that complete victory. Either way we interpret it, I think it has very interesting implications for us right now. We love one another. We would love to be worshiping together, spending time together, having a meal with the family, but we can't. So we are living absolutely in that already, but not yet. We are celebrating Jesus' victory over death, but we are still in the midst of a deadly pandemic and all of the fear and anxiety and loneliness and grief that comes with that. So as you celebrate Easter, as you celebrate the resurrection of our Lord, I'd like you to think about Mary, yearning to hold Jesus close, but Jesus saying, not yet. One day, my friends, we will once again be gathered together and able to celebrate physically in the same space with each other, but not yet. But even in the midst of this, God's grace, God's victory, and God's love are still with us. He is risen indeed.